we are, guys. Nice little parking lot. We are going to go ahead and practice some slow speed maneuvers. So let's get over into this lot, this side of it real quick. Alright, so I usually like to keep it in first gear. And just your back brake is going to be the most important piece of this. So for some reason, doing left-handed U-turns is much easier for me, and it's probably has something to do with the fact that I'm left-handed. So what I like to do is I'll shift my weight to the opposite way that I'm turning the bike, and I will look where I want to go, applying just a little bit of throttle when necessary, but I will keep my head turned, and then I will do the other thing, the other way I mean, and I will shift my body weight, turn my head, and I'll do this a few times. And then unfortunately I would like some cones, but so I can do slaloms. So we'll go ahead and turn around, and then you also want to practice your braking, right? So we'll speed up and then squeeze your brakes until you come to a stop. Progressive braking is what I'm practicing right here. It's super helpful. I've already touched on it on different videos, but it's really helpful on the open road, right? When you're coming up to a stop, the progressive braking is nice because it prevents your front wheel from washing out, right? Creates a bigger contact patch on the ground. So the more weight you have on there, see, our bikes are designed to pitch forward and when we brake, which brings more weight to the front tire, which is in turn is more stability, more grip, more traction, more everything, right? So your optimal point of traction is when you're in a straight line. So when you're going around a corner, progressive braking is even that much more important, right? Because you're losing some of your contact patch when you start adding lean angle to your bike on a corner. So that's why trail braking is super important when you're going in a corner, so you can constantly have pressure on the brakes, on the front end, and it just makes for a better scenario if you abruptly need to stop. You're not going to go from lean to on your side sliding. That's not something that we want to do. We're trying to avoid that. So let's go ahead and put this back in first gear, and we'll come up here, we'll turn around, and we'll do some slalom exercises. Slaloming is super good for swerving, right? You're going to want to swerve. You're going to want to know how to swerve. So let me go ahead and back up just a little bit here, and you see that leaf right up there? We're going to pretend that's a serious object that we need to avoid. I'm going to try to get out of first gear. All right, you ready? Here we go. So yeah, you're going to want to practice that for hazards in the road, or let's say a car abruptly brakes and you need to move out of the way. Now I'm going to grab this stick here. So if you guys are in a parking lot, there's always things that you can use for obstacles. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and set this stick up to act as a cone. There's always things around, so just grab what you can get. And we're going to do it, let's say 2 car spaces away. We'll put it here. Nope, here. Right here. Let's get that out of the way. All right. Okay, so I'm sure everybody in here thinks this is really weird, but whatever. Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and turn around real quick so I can get some speed. We'll go all the way down here and we will turn around. All right, here we go. So I'm cruising Uh-oh. And then, oh, brake. So practice that kind of stuff. And you can practice at lower speeds too. Just doing that around obstacles, you know, is going to make the world of a difference when you have to apply it in a real world situation. So you get the feel for what your bike is going to feel like, right, when you're swerving around it. It's a very important feeling to understand, because you're going to have to swerve at some point in your motorcycling career. It's just a matter of when and how severe are you going to have to swerve. So if you're cruising down here and you see, oh shit, right? You're going to want to be able to do that action flawlessly, because there's no room for error when you're in that kind of panicked scenario. No room at all. You have to be able to understand how that swerving works. You have to be able to understand how to apply it. If I have to swerve the other way, you have to be able to do it perfectly every single time. Yeah, and then like I said, another one is tight turns, U-turns. Practice those U-turns. Use your clutch, use your back brake. Don't use your front brake. Just drag your back brake. Take it nice and slow all the way around. And then try figure eights. Oh, got me there. Like I said, I'm not the greatest at them. But yeah. And then another thing that you should be doing is practicing picking up your bike, right? I know that seems stupid, but I mean, you don't fully understand how heavy these bikes are until you have to pick it up off of its side. And then you understand how heavy they are. So yeah, I would do it. I would show you guys how I do it, but I don't have a GoPro stand right now, which I'm super excited, because that's one of the things that I'm waiting to show up, is a collapsible tripod. So, which is going to make demonstrations possible, right? Because right now I can't really demonstrate anything. Oh, we'll go straight. Let's go straight. So once that comes, I'll be able to do more things like that. Picking up the bike, that kind of stuff, setting it back down. You guys should really be practicing. Everybody should be practicing it multiple times. I think I'm supposed to go that way, but I'm not going to. Anyways, practice it multiple times, because you want to get those muscles strong. That motion is going to use different muscles that you're not used to. It's like a deadlift, right? So you're going to want to be able to, you know, pick up your own bike, especially the guys that are out there riding those big 1200s. They're not light by any means. They are very heavy bikes. Like this BMW is 375 pounds, and that is all fluids, ready to ride. So you drop this thing and you want to pick it back up, you're picking up 375 pounds of dead weight. There is no help. The bike's not going to help you at all. And I know 375 pounds doesn't sound like a lot when you compare it to like 500-600 pounds bikes, but I don't care. It's a lot of weight, and you have to pick that up with nobody's help. So definitely something to practice on a light bike or a heavy bike. I mean, I've laid my dirt bike down multiple times, and it's about 100 pounds less than this. It's like 275 pounds, and that's still hard to pick up. It's still heavy, you know. I mean, I've gotten used to it now, but it's not easy. So it's definitely something to practice. You can't hurt yourself picking it up, right? You can hurt your back or whatever. So just practice it over and over and over again in a controlled environment, so when you have to do it, because you accidentally dropped it somewhere or doing something or whatever, you can pick it up, and you're not asking for help. So and at the very least, you should try to be able to pick it up by yourself, to make sure that you can pick it up by yourself, because then you'll be wandering around a parking lot asking somebody for help, and that's embarrassing. You don't want to do that. I mean, if you have to, whatever, it is what it is, but just practice it, get that motion down, and so you can confidently, you know, ride your bike. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I have another question for you. If you guys would like, I can start posting videos of my KLX 300R. It's a 2021 KLX 300R, and it's a dirt bike. They also make it as an enduro bike, so you can plate it. I'm not sure if I can plate this one, but you can buy them where they're street legal as well, is what I'm trying to say. This one, obviously, I bought just as a dirt bike. So, but anyways, that's the bike I typically go up and do trail riding on and whatnot with my family. So if you guys want to see videos of that, let me know. I can do a head-to-head comparison of a true endurance bike next to an adventure bike, and you guys can see what that looks like. I can tell you riding this thing off-road is exhausting. It's tiring because it's heavy. It's about 100 pounds heavier than my dirt bike. And tight trails that definitely don't make it any easier. And I'm kind of more cautious with this because, you know, I have to ride this one back home. The dirt bike, I don't. You know, I can thrash that one around a little bit more and not be concerned about riding it back home. So anyways, if you guys want to see a video of either the dirt bike or the dirt bike and the BMW, and we can do a head-to-head kind of clash with them, I'm totally down to do that. I think that'd be a lot of fun. If any of you guys are into trail riding, let me know and I can make that happen. So anyways, hope you guys have a great evening, fantastic Labor Day weekend, and stay safe out there and make good decisions, and I'll see you guys in the next one.